Morning, friends. It's Katie Steinberg back at the beach, and hopefully the sun is going to be coming out, and we'll have a nice little view. So, but this week has been tough, y'all. If you've been following along, you know that First Presbyterian Daytona has taken. I'm too tired to talk. $250,000 in damages to our facilities, so having to have some hard and thoughtful conversations about what that means for our future, but also laced with hope, that the next chapter of this story might be something dramatically different and good. If you're somebody who's in a position to help us offset those hurricane costs, we'd love your help, and you can donate at fpcdaytona.com or org, try both. And then so this week we were doing hurricane recovery stuff, so we gathered people and supplies and we dispersed them out from First Pres to various neighborhoods and things where people needed help, and shelters and things, and food pantries. And it's good work, y'all, but it's hard work, and it's exhausting work. And so the crew's a little worn thin, but one of the things that came out from our adventures in getting out there and helping, y'all, tell me that ain't perfect, but from getting out there and helping was that there's still all kinds of people. Like, you get people who are doing very selfless, helpful things. There's a story we heard of a landlord who waived the rent for the month, in addition to giving his tenants all the FEMA money, in addition to fixing their place that had flooded. And that's amazing, And then we heard stories of people landlord who's basically just abandoned 6 homes that he owns, and the tenants inside them in their wet and moldy and dwellings, and they really have no power to do much about it because they don't own the property. We hear stories of people driving their lifted trucks through flooded areas to rescue folks. We have people doing that are flooding houses where the water's mostly gone now, but making wakes with their big trucks and flooding houses, And so I say all this because I think the world's going to be what it's going to be, y'all. And it's going to be a mixture. It's going to be hard and easy. It's going to be good and bad. It's going to be all of it. And you still have to decide who you want to be. Right in the middle of it. Each day. There's a part of me that used to think if I could get that right enough, that then everything would feel good, and that's still not true. The world's still what the world is, and it's still a mixture. So you decide who you want to be anyway. And my hope is that instead of it making you bitter, it makes you better. That we decide that we're free to be who we intend to be, because it's not tied up in some kind of transaction where if we're good enough, then we are rewarded. We're free to be good or not. And sometimes that has consequences, and sometimes not. Maybe it always has consequences, but they're not always negative. I don't know. Anyway. But it just also, sort of as we peel back layers of our perceived transactionalism in this world, we can also invite ourselves into believing in something unconditional. We can choose our very best to try to be unconditional ourselves with our love and our giving, which gives us space to believe there might be an unconditional God who sends little children walking through the screen right at the right moment. Love you, people. Thanks for coming and watching and helping and being people who invest in goodness, even sometimes. You're free to be who you want to be. So go be it. Peace, friends.